What's up, guys? Back at me here with Foster, Season 2, Episode 14, Mother Nature. Okay, so this episode starts off with Mariana complaining about going camping. And Callie's like, she's never been, but she's like, he did on a 7th grade camping trip. Yeah, and Mariana's like, she should be there auditioning dancers. And Mariana and Callie's like, why are you whispering? And she's like, Haley's here. Saying goodbye. And she's like, saying goodbye to Jesus. I like what Maria's like, uh, she's like, Haley's here. Haley Hines is there. Saying goodbye. And then she's like, saying goodbye to Jesus. You can see Mario is so seeing so ugly. Like, she hates Haley Hines. She's like, Haley Hines. She's like, Haley's here. Like, Haley Hines is there. So let me get. Sorry, I just wanted to. I thought that was kind of funny. So then, after Jude says, hey, saying goodbye, Jesus talks about Haley Hines is there. We say Haley Hines and Jesus are kissing when Haley Hines is like, she's not a garbage girlfriend, but she's like, hey, you could be sick. And he's like, my parents will never buy that. They'll never want to stay home alone. She's like, she's staying home alone. Ugh. Haley Hines just makes it so easy to hate her. So yeah, so they just like her. But yeah. So and then Haley Hines disrespects Stephanie. She's like, sometimes your moms are so. Then Steph comes in and she's like, hey, Mrs. Adams Foster, yeah, I do about disrespect Jesus and mom before Steph came in, so don't even try. So don't even try to play nice with them. So yeah. So yeah. So Jesus is like, because Jesus is like, so yeah. So Jesus it's Jesus time. Definitely not. Steph knows, uh, yeah. So yeah, Steph knew that Jesus should have locked his door if you want to be alone with someone. That's what you do, Jesus. You should have locked your door. If you want to be alone with a girl, alone without your entire family, you know what I'm saying? Lock your door. Just don't have your hand on the door. Unless you don't have a lock on your door. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So yeah. So he's just like, he's like, you're not supposed to let him your door. He's like, it must have been blown shut. He's like, wow, that must have been a pretty strong wind if they didn't hear it. So yeah. So after the intro, Leah and Steph are downstairs when Leah and Steph are kind of arguing on their parenting style, how they see Leah as a nice mom, as an easy mom, and yeah. So yeah, and she's like, I like you for that, but they don't come for her for a hug. They come to Leah. They don't come for to her for other stuff. So they only come for Steph for other stuff. They come for Leah for the hug. So yeah, so we finally get to the campsite, and yeah, and Callie and Callie's like, and Mariana's like, we're glamping, glamping, whatever that means. I think it means glare and glitter and camping, glamping, and Callie. So yeah, so Jude wants to go into the water, but Callie's like, hey bro, just take your time. There might be dark in there. And it's like, Callie, Jude's 13. He doesn't need your help. And he was also on a camping trip before you. And you knew that. So, Callie, Jude's 13. He can take care of himself. And basically, that's the entire episode in a nutshell. Besides the other stuff that I'll mention later. That Callie and Brandon's in this episode, Jude feels mistreated by Callie because Callie treats Jude as a baby, but Jude's 13, and the only reason why other people treat Jude as a baby is because Callie does, and basically Jude is at his end with Callie treating him like a baby when he's like 13. Jude's like 13. He can take care of himself. Jude's 13. He can take care of himself. So Jude's like 13. He can take care of himself. But yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So his Jesus does tell Lena that Anna is pregnant. So let me see Anna, and we learn that she's having a baby girl, which I think is very interesting. But yeah, so Haley Hines texts Jesus, and she's at the campsite, and he's like, he'll be over there, but before he can text her to go home, Stephanie takes their phones away, and is like, let's go fishing. So Haley Hines thinks that Jesus is going to meet her there, which obviously he's not. But Stephanie took his phone away before he could text her to go home. Stephanie, if you just knew. So yeah, so before that, Jesus does tell Steph that Anne's pregnant, and she's like, is Mike wouldn't be so stupid to be the father of Anne's baby. Well, if you think about his relationship with Danny and how he got back with her, how he got back with her before knowing Brandon, what Brandon did, but yeah, they told you not to mention his whole Danny situation. But yeah. So Steph attempts to call Mike, but Mike's too busy with Anna to and Mike's like, hey, do you want to move in? But later that day, Anna's like, I can't move in with you. And he's like, why? Because you are not Anna's baby's dad. So, total clarification, Anna probably got pregnant off of some random guy on the street, or that she was doing that she ran off with. So basically, yeah. So basically, she probably just got pregnant off some random guy. It wasn't Mike. So at least we know, because why would it would be weird. It was so random. Like, glad we find out that Mike's not the father of his baby, because it would have been so random for Mike to meet Anna, to be friends with her, and then just to be the father of her first child. That would have made no sense. It would have made no sense. And I'm glad Anna said this, and also, the actress who played Anna, if I haven't mentioned in one of my other videos, one of my other foster videos, is actually married to Sean Hunter, Ryder Strong in real life. They're married since 2013, I think it is, which I think is pretty cool that she's married to Ryder Strong, who played Hunter on Boy Meets World and Girl Meets World. I thought that was very interesting. Decided to lay out that Anna's actress is married to Sean Hunter, Ryder Strong. I thought that was really cool. So yeah. Anyway, Haley does come. Jude catches Jesus and on his tattoo, and he's like, "Is that really?" He's like, "No, it's marker. But actually, it is real, and if you tell moms, he'll kill Jude." So yeah. So there's a campfire. So they do a campfire where Callie sings. She better come in mountain when she comes, and Jude's and Jesus better come in the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, and Jesus over there saying she better not. Yeah, I think he's telling Haley Hines. So he goes to pee. He goes to pee on his own. He goes to the bathroom when he's just over Haley Hines. Jude looks at his watch and Jude's like, and Jude notices that Jesus has been gone for a while, and he's like, bro, you have a watch? So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So Brandon goes searching for Jesus. Jesus can find Haley at her campsite because she went and looked for Jesus at his campsite and found it's definitely there. So yeah. So they think it's a bear, but Steph says it's even worse than a bear. And it just has like, Haley, what are you doing here? And yeah, or something. So yeah. So Brandon and Jesus basically blame Jude for telling them, but yeah, thinking they blame yeah, but yeah. So Callie and Brandon basically, Brandon, before he went off to help Jesus, was trying to teach Jude how to do the s'mores, but Jude knew how to do it, and Jude was like, he got this, and Brandon basically yells at Callie and Brandon, he's saying, Callie, you treat him like a baby, and and you treat him like a baby, and that's what everyone else does. He's 13. He can handle himself. Just leave him alone. And he basically says, oh, and yeah, Brandon, I didn't tell him about Haley. I told him that you were lost, which you were. So next time you can get eaten by a bear. No matter you can get eaten by next time get eaten by a bear. Next time, no matter how rather I'm concerned. You tell them, Jude. Tell them that they don't get to boss you around. So yeah, so Mariana and Haley reunite and like Caitlyn has been crappy times a billion since Mariana left. They're so scared of Mariana's new team. Mariana's like team of two. And I used to say swear, but this show just swears a lot, so I have to replace their swears with my swears. So yeah. So and Mariana's like Mariana and he's like, you can still do this everything you're going through, and she's like, what everything I'm going through? Yeah, he's just told me that your birth mom is pregnant and that Brandon's dad might be the father, but she's there for her. Haley Hines, you had one job. So Mariana basically goes, confronts him and confronts all of them, saying, hey, who knows that Anna's pregnant? And he's like, how'd you know that? And she's like, I know it from his girlfriend. And he's like, and then Lena's like, I thought you didn't tell anyone else. And she's like, everyone knows. And she's like, when did Jesus tell you this? And he's like, what? I told her first. She told me not to tell you. I told her first. And he's like, and she's like, since Jesus is keeping everybody's secrets, do you want to know about his tattoo? And basically, boom, explode, boom, bombshell. So yeah, so she's like, she's like, where'd you get this tattoo? He's like, it could be infected. Where'd you get this tattoo? He's like, because it's very huge. And he's like, I'm Mexican Street Festival. A Mexican Street Festival, Well, Jesus. Why did you do this? And he's like, I want to show Haley how much you liked her. Which, yeah. So basically, yeah. So yeah. So yeah, and so Callie and Brandon have a talk about how Brandon was jealous of her and Wyatt, how affectionate they were. He was jealous of Callie and Wyatt's relationship and how affectionate they were to each other. And Callie, like, how are you, Lou? And he's like, she's good. And yeah, they basically have some closure. So yeah, so Steph just like, don't cry, Mariana. And Mariana's like, what if Mike's the father? And she's like, we don't know that. And she's like, she can't take care of a baby, not even with Mike's help. And I'm saying, Mariana, you don't know. What if Anna can take care of a baby with Mike's help? I get why you think that because of the past, what she did to you guys, but what if she can? What if Anna can take care of this baby with or without Mike's help? So yeah, so Jesus basically breaks up with Haley, showing no emotion when he does it, because he's basically like, when he's around her, she makes him do dumb things, and yeah, so yeah, there's something wrong with JT Austin in these episodes, because he shows no emotion when he's breaking up. Lexi, no emotion. Emma, no emotion. Haley Hines, no emotion. The only emotion that he showed in any of season 2 is with Anna. That's the only emotional scene that he has shown. Anywhere else, no emotion whatsoever. Lexi cries, no emotion. Emma's mad, no emotion. Cool. Haley Hines cries, no emotion. And Haley Hines basically says that you can tell your stupid you can tell your sister stupid dance team to shove it. She actually said go to HLL, but I'm gonna say she can shove it because that's what he says. Cause yeah, and he's like, me and Haley broke up, and she's like, what'd she say? She knows about this dystopian robot thing, and she's like, and she's like, what'd she say about my dance team? And she's like, she told me to tell you somewhere where you can shove it. Basically that's what she said. And the episode ends with all the Fosters splashing in the pool, going in the river, and that wraps up this episode. Okay, I thought the episode was really good. Jude finally got some clothes. Jude finally told Callie and Brandon off for treating him like a baby. Callie and Brandon have some closure. Haley Hines is probably going to be super mad at Jesus. Probably going to be no longer friendly to Mariana because of her breakup with Jesus. Jesus showed no emotion breaking up with any of his girlfriends, as I just said. And Stephanie and Leah had a fight over their parenting, which I forgot to mention. But they did. Because Steph felt like they don't come to Steph because she doesn't parent them, she polices them. But yeah, I still thought this episode was great. I still thought this episode was great. It's a great episode, and like, comment, subscribe, and visit. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next to Fosters.